Don't expect to ever leave the workforce. This, as the number of people working multiple jobs also spiking. So why are so many people financially unfit to call it quits? Well, it's up for debate. So let's ask Trend Micro CIO Donald Luskin. These kind of polls are always around, right? The Bankrate does some things and other folks, but it's always alarming. 32% of people say they'll retire before age 65, which might be unrealistic, but 23% said never. Is that worrisome for you, Donald?
It doesn't worry me personally. I guess I'm one of those people who plans never to retire. I mean, I got to tell you, what do people do when they retire? How do you spend a day? I mean, is bowling that interesting? Is fishing that interesting? I mean, I happen to love my work. Why do I want to stop it? It's not like it hurts. Why would I stop it? This is great. What a great country where we have the opportunity to keep working. What a miracle where our lives are long enough and we're healthy enough and mentally alert enough so that we don't have to retire like generations before us. This is a great blessing. You should embrace it.
I'm going to get back to the blessing part of it, but what about people who want to retire but say they just aren't earning enough money to retire?
Okay, now that is a problem. Now we have to, of course, ask why. Were you the profligate grasshopper instead of the ant who saved up? I mean, were you just messing around when you were a kid and you didn't contribute enough to your 401k? Or did the economy just fail to provide a job for you? It's hard to know. But, all I can say is that we're very close to what is statistically full employment right now, which means that anybody who wants a job can have a job. And, I'm going to go back to the blessing part of it. It is part of your destiny to be productive and to work. And that means different things for different people. But it is a blessing and you should embrace it. Even if you didn't save properly and you now see yourself between a rock and a hard place, find the blessing in it. Think how great it is that you live in a time where you can work.
The jobs report on Friday showed a pretty good spike in people working multiple jobs. Now, we've been hearing politicians on the left saying that this is a crisis in America. I'm not sure it's at crisis levels, but I will say for women, the number jumped to 5.6% of total women in the workforce now working more than one job, and from 5.2%. What do you make of that, Donald, that more and more people are working two jobs? Again, some of this may be because someone wants to have the flexibility of working for Uber and Lyft, but a lot of this is also out of economic circumstances or dire economic circumstances as well. In an economy that's booming like this, is it worrisome to you that maybe it doesn't all trickle throughout the entire population?
No, what would be worrisome to me is that if you had these people where their initial starting point is, oh my God, I didn't save enough, I can't afford to retire, and they couldn't get a job or a second job. Right? So it's that initial condition, which is the product of things that have been, building up over their entire lifetimes. We're looking at,
right.
50 years of stuff that brought them to this position. So where would you rather be with that stuff in your background? Do you want to be able to work two jobs, or do you want to starve? Because between those two alternatives, working two jobs is like going to heaven, baby. That sounds great to me. Because I work 9.
All right. Well, I've got about 5 or 6 myself. I got a buddy that was retiring next year. He told his wife he's going to go away for a year. Don't even bother him because he'll be fishing. Donald, maybe I'll have him send you some pictures. You'll get the joy of it from him. Thanks a lot. See you soon.
Thank you.
Hey, now I want to bring an emotional moment. This is from yesterday, Sunday.